Hang on. The music has ended. Let me bring my shit up here. What's up, dudes? How are you guys, my friends? Welcome to Newsboyz. This is a flagship show of the network. Bringing it hard, talking about all the most important news. Trevor texted me. He said he's running 5 behind, so we're just gonna have to just fucking deal with it, I suppose. How are you guys? All right. I see somebody named Pip Buckerson. I like to see that. Where's my sound? You should be hearing it. I'm seeing it come through. Can you guys not hear me? Don't fuck with me like that. Don't troll me, you bitch. Hoping for the new layout. What does that mean, the new layout? That you made me. Yeah. Dude, it'll come. I'll get it going. Sam's really into the flashy layouts. I haven't gone and made the pre-required, whatever I'm trying to fucking say. I haven't done it yet. Stream Wrecked. Yeah, so Wrecked, you bring up something good. Blow Your Dad. Your name is Blow Your Dad? That's fucking metal. Wrecked is on HBO Max. Wrecked is a show I did. There's 3 seasons. It's pretty great. I'm really happy with it. If you want more of me in your day, watch Wrecked on HBO Max. It's free. Get all over it. Tazoo for you. What's up, man? How are you guys? Garlic bread. Good to see you. What is happening? Been pretty wild news week, right? I feel like it has. We're fucking trapped in California. I think tomorrow, I'm not even sure if I'm right about this. I think tomorrow we all go into a fucking lockdown. My shirt is dope. What is it? My shirt is says it's pretty dope. I agree with you. It says "Welcome to Hell." That's all. It's not for a band. It's just like we live in hell. 2020 sucks. Everything's fucked. Why don't we wear a shirt that appreciates that? Yeah, twice in one day. What's up, leaf cutters? You ever listen to the band Pup? P-U-P? No, I don't. Zach, if you're getting Cyberpunk 2077, do not buy it for the PS4 and wait for it on PS5. If you buy it on PS4, you're going to be fucked. He capitalizes fuck. Fix the gallon. Yes, the gallon is out of touch. You know what, dude? I should. It's my fault. I need to update the gallon because at the moment, you're going to lose me for a second here, dudes. Actually, wait, I don't do that. At the moment, I haven't gotten it coded, but I think we're like over 55K, so we're higher than the gallon looks. So I'll take it off because I don't want to mislead anybody. I have a great idea. What if we build a ramp in between the U.S.-Mexican border, and if you can skateboard and launch across and land it, you can instantly get your citizenship and record it instantly, revitalizing the U.S. economy. It's a win-win, really. It makes no sense, your plan. It's ridiculous. We had 16,000 followers. Oh, mine says 15,999. Are we going to get one more? Or did we already? My thing's always out of touch, though. Are we over 16K followers? Are we still at 15,999? Let me refresh. That would be kind of a fun moment. I'm refreshing. What does it say? 16,000. Pretty cool. Ruffalopian Tubes, thanks for gifting. My friend, wow, you're out of touch, you're out of time. I know that song. You're out of touch. You unfollowed. Plague Mouse unfollowed. Okay, well, you know what, Plague Mouse? You unfollowed and now you're banned. So what do you think about that? Was it worth it? Was it fucking worth it? My mic sounds off. What's up with that, dude? Does it sound like I'm distant? Because I noticed that. I looked at the video of my stream this morning. I was like, I sound like kind of shitty. You know what? Let me go into my audio settings before Trevor gets here. See if I can figure this shit out. Because that's not what Newsboyz is about. Newsboyz is about bringing it hard every day. It's not about fucking up your shit. Oh, hang on. I see what's going on. Is this better? Did my mic just get a lot better? I hope so. Emotionally distant. Holy shit. That's better? Fix that shit. Look at me. I don't even give a fuck. I'll fix anything. You guys got problems in your relationships? I'll fix them. Is your fucking toilet broken in your house? Tell me where you live. I'll come. I will repair it for you. It's what I do. I find solutions to problems. Fix you? Sure. I would gladly do that. Tell you what.
Who's got a relationship problem or some big crisis in your life? Go into the Discord. Go into the Whitest Kids waiting room. I'll pull you in. But I'm telling you this, as soon as Trevor comes on, I don't care what your problem is, how serious it is, I'm going to boot you. So be prepared to gush and then get rudely DC'd. But let's hear it. Who's got a big one? Discord link. There's a Discord link on the Twitch About page. There is one there. All right. Rafflopian tubes. Here we go, buddy. Rafflopian tubes. Rafflopian tubes. If you don't have a major crisis, I'm going to boot you, even though I know that you're a loyal contributor. But
wait, can you hear me? I've got a big one.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yep, hearing you. What's up, man?
Okay. All right. So my wife and I have a 40-year plan, and it's to own and operate a spaceship. Ideally, it's going to be the second ship. The first one is going to be a little puddle hopper that can go from like the ISS over to the moon, because the moon is 1/6 of Earth's mass.
Wow.
So you need only 1/6 of the exit mass. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
But then you go out to Saturn and you can suck up Saturn's gases and then get extra solar.
Okay.
So
hey, well, you know what? Sounds like you've got it all figured out. I don't know if I could help you with that. Sounds like your plan is pretty well defined and very attainable. Thanks so much. Who's got a real fucking crisis? That's Rafflopian Tubes. You know I love you, but I can't. I'm talking about something I can tackle. You're talking about interstellar travel. That's just you're come on now. What are we doing? He says respect. I do respect your Rafflopian Tubes. But that's not what I was asking for. Who's got a real one? Cable Booty Man Usagi. All right, Cable Booty Man Usagi. What's going on? What's wrong? What's your problem? How can I fix you? Cable. Here's the first thing you got to know. First problem you have that might be fixable, you might be pushed to speak. Oop, Trevor just texted me. Hang on. Sent it. All right, Cable. Sorry we didn't get there. It didn't happen for us. That's okay. All right, let me pull this in here. Let me quit out of my Discord. Let me open up my... Sorry, I'm like an old person who has to talk as they do everything. Have you noticed like your parents when they're on the computer? Now I'm just going to click on the Zoom. Okay. Launch. Do I have to click launch meeting in the browser? Or is it just going to do that? Here it comes. Get ready, everybody. It's about to pop. Now Trevor just has to let me in. Let's go to the master. Let me call this fool. Oh, don't show my emails, dude. Yo.
What's up?
What's up, dude? We're streaming. We're doing. Yeah, I was calling because I didn't know if you saw that you had to let me in.
Oh.
Yo.
What's up, man?
How are you? I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. In a good mood.
Me too.
Tonight. Oh, good. Hi, chat.
Chat, you're going to have to indulge me, do a little business in front of you. I apologize, but this... You're going to lose audio for a second. Hang on, Trevor. Bear with me.
Okay. Hi, Chad, man.
Sorry, chat. Hang tight. There you go. You'll thank me later. It's to remove the echo. There we go. We're back, baby.
What is up? Welcome to the show. Or should we? This is the flagship show.
It's the flagship show. It's the highest rated show on Twitch.
It is the crown jewel of the Whitest Kids network. It is. I would say it's the bellwether.
I don't really know what bellwether means. I know it means like the standard, but I don't really know what it means.
I think it goes back to when you would herd sheep, the lead sheep, the sheep that the flock would follow. You would put a bell around its neck. So I believe that.
Why the word weather?
I don't know.
All right.
But this is the show to which all others are compared, and the thing is, when we come out here, Zach and I aren't just thinking of ourselves when we do this. You know, when we come out and we do this on Friday nights, we're thinking of Sam, we're thinking of Darren. Sometimes we even think of Timmy, and we put the whole fucking crew on our shoulders.
Now, when you say we're thinking of them, sorry guys, you're gonna have to watch me do this again because I went overkill last time. When you say we're thinking of them, hold on. What do you mean we're thinking of them?
I mean, we're not just going out there doing this for us. We're going out there, and we got Sam, we got Darren, we got Timmy, we got the
on our
whole
shoulders.
team on
I
our
see you
shoulders.
miming your shoulder. Yes.
Yeah, we
Yes.
got the whole team on our shoulders,
Yes.
and we're just I don't know. I feel good. Zach, you ready to fly?
Let's
Should we do
soar.
it? Should we fly?
I'm ready to
All
soar. All right.
I think the intros just get longer and longer.
Yeah. And begin show now. So we in lockdown, first of all? Are we officially not allowed to leave our houses for non-emergencies?
Yes.
Truly?
We are not allowed.
You know, I'll tell you, right before we got on, I went to the gas station to buy a little candy so I could get a little sugar rush before I started. There's a dude, I wish I had a mask on me so I could show you what he's doing. And it drives me fucking crazy. I use this dog bag. Dude's got his mask like this in the store. Just like walking around in people's face. I'm just like, I wanted to say like, whatever. Just the rage just began to flow through me in that moment.
I do that when I get tired of having the mask over my nose.
Of course you do, but if you're in a store around, fuck
I'm
you.
joking. I don't do that.
Yeah. Do you, when you're walking the dog, what's your mask etiquette when you walk the dog? Like if I'm walking the dog, I have my mask around my chin, and when I'm gonna pass somebody at about 20 feet, I put it over my face.
I don't walk my dog anymore.
What do you mean?
I just let it out back.
Oh.
Like once quarantine started, I was like, we're not walking anymore. You're going back out here. Like so it runs around in the back.
But you're not worried about catching COVID from walking the dog around the neighborhood, right?
I'm worried about I don't like being outside. I like being like, I go to my car, I get in my car, I go to my office, I go in my office, and that's it. Except that every now and then I have to do grocery store. kind of thing, which I'm trying not to do anymore.
Would you say you're agoraphobic, or is this more just like, nah, it's just a preference?
I don't think I'm agoraphobic. I think it's a preference. Yeah. But this is also purely COVID. Mm-hmm. You know, this is like, I don't want, especially now that we got the vaccine here. It landed. That's news. The vaccine has landed in Chicago.
Is that true? From where?
Sweden.
Sweden? Like, is it our American companies are just manufacturing it in Sweden because we don't manufacture anything in the United States anymore? Okay.
Pfizer's factories are over in Sweden.
Got it.
So a big 757 full of fucking vaccines landed in Chicago this week. So it's here. It's like, I don't want to, you always say like the most terrifying part of being in a war is like when everyone knows it's about to wrap up. Like,
why?
Because you don't want to get shot 1 week before the war's done.
Right.
So like all the people in World War One, World War II, when it's like everyone kind of knew it's wrapping up, the Germans are going to surrender eventually. They said that was terrifying for the soldiers because they're like, "Fuck, man, what if I get shot now?" Like that's how I feel about COVID.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You ever read that book Generation Kill? I know HBO made a series kind of based on it, but it was like a journalist went over to Iraq and was like embedded with the troops, and he wrote this really interesting passage. That book wasn't that great, but I remember this one scene where he's like, you realize when you're in combat how relative the concept of safety is. Like I'm in a firefight. There's guys over there literally shooting live ammunition trying to kill me, but I feel pretty safe because I'm like ducked behind this Humvee. And like I realize like they're just not going to hit me, and they're not going to be able to like move on foot without getting liquidated by these guys over there. Mm-hmm. So it's like relatively just kind of like a show of like, hey, don't come over here. It's like a dog barking. He's like, but the idea that I feel safe tucked behind this Humvee would be completely foreign to me back in Chicago, in my apartment watching television on the couch. It's like, oh my God, like I would have a fucking panic attack in that situation. Just like the kind of sliding scale of sanity that you have in combat. I don't know. It's cool.
See, I don't think I would feel safe at all in the war.
Right.
Even back at the barracks. Like, I think I'd be like, this is it.
But you can't maintain that level of panic for long. Eventually, you acclimatize to whatever your situation is. I'm sure there's people in this chat who've been in combat who could tell us worthwhile things, and not listen to us guess, but
I bet I could keep up a level of panic for.
I don't think anyone can, man. At a certain point, your brain can't secrete any more adrenaline.
Yeah, are there any people who have been in the war in our chat? That'd be cool.
I'm sure. I also often think of that moment in Catch-22. Did you read that book? They're like.
No.
These guys in like a bomber plane are like getting shot at by like anti-air guns, and one of the dudes in the plane just has a complete meltdown. He's like, "They're trying to kill me! They're trying to kill me!" And he's like, he realizes the truth of that moment, and somebody else in the plane is like, "Dude, they're trying to kill everyone. Cool it!" Like that's like a calming thing.
You're not special.
They're trying to kill all of us, dude. It's such a funny book.
I read a thing this week that I thought was gross. But it was in World War I, when there was the trench warfare.
Sure.
So basically, World War I ended up in almost like they had a stalemate for fucking months.
Right.
It might have been like 6 or 7 months where everybody was just gaining no ground. Like they were all dug in. Yeah. People are getting killed everywhere, and like they're just stuck in these trenches. It's fucking horrible. It's like the worst thing. And the people were trying to get syphilis. Did I talk about this on Self?
No, I've never heard you talk about this.
So they're trying to get syphilis because that gets you out of the war. You get syphilis, you're out. So people be trying to get it, they try to go when they had so if anyone had syphilis, what they would do is they would take a matchstick, put it into the head of the penis, get the pus, and they would trade it back and forth and then put it in the heads of their penises to try to get syphilis so they could get out of being shot to death. Yeah, that's how fucked up war is.
Dude, I literally thought you were going to say when someone got syphilis, they would have to suck each other off to get it, so that's how you spread it, sexually transmitted. It's like all these guys are like, well, I don't want to suck a dick, but I definitely don't want to get shot in the stomach. Let's go.
Yeah.
It was yeah.
You can't get syphilis from a blowjob.
You can't?
Just kidding. That was the pickup line I used.
There's got to be some gay guy in the army who's like, gets syphilis and is like, I can save everybody one at a time. Let's go. Somebody says, you think I'd rather die by getting shot? No. Who's that? Come on. What's the best World War I movie? Have you seen Paths of Glory?
A long time ago.
It's great. Did you see 1917?
I did.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I like war movies.
Sure.
It's hard. That's my thing.
Did you I've never seen Dunkirk. Did you see Dunkirk?
I like Dunkirk.
Yeah.
The only one I didn't like was War Horse.
I didn't see that.
It was just the dumbest fucking movie. So you're watching it. It's like this horse does all this crazy shit in the war, and and I like World War I. I like World War I more than World War II. So I was excited because War Horse is about World War I, and so you're like, God, this movie's stupid, but it's crazy that this horse did all this shit. I mean, I guess that's what's relevant.
Obviously, it's a true story. No one's stupid enough to write a story about a horse in World War I.
That's what I thought until I fucking Wikipedia'd it when I got out of the movie, and I was like, it's not even a real story.
Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
No, it's just fucking made up. It's just a horse that's in the war. It's so stupid.
That's insane.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I mean, that's
what a dumb concept. I'm going to write a fucking movie about a horse in World War I who does all these amazing things for no reason.
Back and they're like, wow, no one's shooting at it. You're like, yeah, it's a horse. They're not going to, no one's on it,
Crazy, man. I think that's Steven Spielberg's biggest miss other than 1942 or 41, whatever that one was.
He's got some misses.
What else?
Didn't he do those, hold on, I'm going to pull up. He's got tons of misses.
Does he?
I think he's maybe one of the least consistent.
Huh. Did you see Bridge of Spies? I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was good. You know what's dope is Munich.
Munich is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see the BFG, so I don't know.
What's the BFG?
It's like a Roald Dahl CGI movie that he directed.
Oh yeah, that one. That's a miss.
I mean, it's for kids. I don't know.
That's a big miss. Yeah, but you can still have a good movie for kids.
Sure.
Look at Tim Allen's The Santa Claus.
K-Pax? Did he direct K-Pax? Oh, The Terminal was terrible. That was an awful movie.
Come on. Let's just see directing. There's like everything he's been in, like a producer for, which is everything. Okay. So, Ready Player One.
I didn't see it.
Piece of shit.
It looks bad.
The Post. I don't know what that is.
Oh, that was okay. That was good. It was a little like ham-fisted and preachy, but it was good.
BFG.
You don't know.
Bridge of Spies.
Bridge of Spies
Great.
good.
Lincoln.
Didn't see it.
Warhorse.
Okay, I'll give you that one. I didn't see it, but I'm sure.
Adventures of Tintin.
Not total ban.
Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Absolute abomination.
Munich, good. War of the Worlds, good. Terminal,
Terrible.
Catch Me If You Can, good.
Great.
Minority Report, good.
Meh. I rewatched Minority Report recently. I was very underwhelmed. AI? I liked AI. I liked it.
Yeah, but that doesn't count. That's a paint by numbers. Like
Kubrick, yeah.
Kubrick left him the script. And the part that he did was the Saving Private Ryan.
Fantastic.
Good.
Yeah.
Amistad, good.
Didn't see it.
Lost World, Jurassic Park.
Wait a minute. Was that like
Not
3?
great.
Was that Jurassic Park
That's
3?
2.
That's 2? I don't know. I don't remember liking it.
Anyway, that's everything he's done since the Jurassic Parks. That's a lot of bands in there.
All right. But I'll bet if we start there and we go back, we'll have maybe 2 masks. Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah. No. They're good. They're good after that.
Like,
I put it away. I can find it.
all right, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Yeah, I just want
Have
to
you
see
seen
if Chad
Duel,
likes this.
his second movie?
No.
It's cool. It's like made for TV thriller about a guy on the highway who's getting stalked by a giant semi truck. He made it before Jaws. And it's like Jaws on the highway. So it's just like this kind of like faceless, menacing like thing that's like hunting this dude in like a little car as he's driving across country. It's so good.
I mean, the guy's great. at making
obviously.
movies.
Yeah.
It's just when you make 70 movies,
Sure.
probably the ones that you start making post your 60s are going to be kind of shitty.
Yeah. Somebody says, you mean Rubber? No, but Rubber is fucking cool. That's a cool movie. What else is going on? Okay, so let's talk about lockdown, dude. Like, what do you think? Do you support the lockdown? Are you, where do you stand on all
Sure.
this shit? It's good. I think it's all about the hospital. Dude, it's all about saving the healthcare workers. We don't want too many beds taken up. We got to do it.
I'm just tired of this. Let's everyone just stay home for a bit. Although I'm not doing it, so like I don't know, it's kind of hypocritical because I'm still driving to the office, but I'm not like going anywhere. I'm just going to the office.
And when you're at the office, are you like distanced? You're wearing a mask indoors? Yeah. Obviously.
I don't wear a mask in my office with my writing partner. Like we don't. Like,
you and Adam, you're just like, all right, we're in a pod, dude.
Yeah, we've basically been like, I'm not wearing this thing for fucking every day. Like, so we don't wear masks around each other. We wear masks around everyone else.
Mm-hmm. What about vaping? Doesn't it drive you nuts that you can't vape?
I vape in my office.
No, I mean like when you're like walking around talking to other people. I'm sure a good amount of hours of your day you're like not around Adam.
No, I'm mostly in my office. Like I'm.
Really?
Yeah.
Like if you go sit in on an edit, you can't vape?
It's all through Zoom now.
Why even go into the office?
It's easier to write in the office.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I think it's good. I don't know. Look, they're not fucking doing that. I'll tell you that. Because I went to a dermatologist today because everybody was like in the chat last week. Everybody's like, you can get rid of psoriasis if you go get this pill. So I was like, wow, I'll go get the pill. So I went to a dermatologist, and I was driving back, and it was standstill traffic, just like any other time in LA. Like, so nobody's taking this thing seriously. Everybody's out on the road.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Wait, so what did the dermatologist say about your pill? Did you get one?
Yeah.
Did he say, yeah, this will clear it up?
Yeah. He was like, yeah, this will do it. Yeah.
What? Haven't you been to a doctor prior to this?
Yeah.
Why didn't they give you the pill?
I think the pill's new.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, chat. You saved Trevor's life.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, chat.
That's pretty cool. I mean, hey, let's say we never fund the movie. You got your life saved.
Yeah. Chat tells me to do something. I do it.
Yeah. Chat, tell him something else to do.
Eating hot sauce. Not eating hot sauce, but I'll drive, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. What else is going on? So what else happened? Didn't something insane happen this week with a celebrity? What the fuck? Why is my mind doing this to me?
Oh yeah. What's celebrity? Elliot Page.
Oh, Elliot Page. That wasn't what I was thinking of, but yes.
That was a big news. I just saw it in the chat. Someone said Elliot Page.
Ellen Page is now Elliot Page. Okay.
Yep.
Good for him.
And then
Rudy farted. Did you see that? That was great.
Rudy? No.
Rudy Giuliani is just the gift that keeps on giving. You got to pull it up. Did you see the video?
The crazy drunk girl.
Oh my God. Let's look at her for just 10 seconds. She makes my goddamn blood boil.
I love her.
Did you see Rudy farting?
No.
Oh, let's watch that first. I mean, this man, it's like every week there's something new and insane. It never ends with him. I can't believe Donald Trump is allowing him to stay out on the front lines while the cameras roll.
Well, he's the only guy who's going to do it, but I think it's hurting Trump. If I were Trump, I'd be like, Rudy, stop.
Yeah, no shit. Dude, he's farting in the thing and it's like loud.
Because here's the thing. Like, let's just imagine for a second that it's true. And it's been stolen. The election's been stolen. You know.
Sure. Let's pretend that's the reality. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yep.
Horrible.
Right. Then you would want them to launch a massive legal case and to get to the bottom of it.
But I'm saying that even if Rudy was like putting out like this like, you know, smoking gun, like, you know, it's, you know, they've got him red-handed kind of thing. It would get lost in the noise because he's farting and he's dripping everywhere.
And he's rubbing his own snot on his face.
He brings like a drunk girl from Applebee's up to just fucking yell at everybody. It's insane.
Oh, man. Oh, no. Trevor, did we lose you? Did you just get DC'd?
All right.
Oh, you're there. Cool.
I'm here. All right. I'm going to share screen.
All right. Do it. Oh, God. This was so painful. Share audio. Just her mannerisms are so condescending and like so like you've all been around this drunk person and it's just insufferable. Is she drunk, do you think?
Yes, she's drunk. She's hanging out with Rudy. Rudy's a fucking alcoholic. Like, you know, she's nervous. She's never been on a thing before.
He takes her to a bar to loosen her up.
Exactly.
He's like, you got to go in there and you got to give it to him. You got to be a fucking asshole. That's what they need. That's what the people respond to.
This is what's crazy. Like, you can see Rudy's trying to shut her up, which is bad. If Rudy's like, hey, you're going too far, like, you know. Hurry up.
And let's meet this.
He was there.
Guess how many? Wait, what about the turnout rate? 120%.
We're not seeing the poll book off by 30,000 votes. That's not the case.
What did you guys do? Take it and do something crazy to it? I know what I saw, and I signed something saying that if I'm wrong, I can go to prison. Did you?
Well, I will ask that he be disciplined for that. First of all, the answer that I gave you is they didn't bother to interview a single.
Wow.
Hang on, he does it again. It doesn't
really?
matter, but yeah, it's pretty wild.
Dude, Giuliani's a fucking joke. Did I ever tell you the time I saw Giuliani?
No.
Oh, I fucking loved it. I was a kid. I was like 16. I was going up. I I went up to see for my birthday. My dad got me tickets to go see David Letterman, like because I liked Letterman a lot, and so he. So I got tickets to go up, and my dad had to work in town in New York, and so like I basically was just kind of wandering around the city, and I was hanging out by the Letterman studio, and I guess Giuliani had been on the night before, so Giuliani walks out. So I see Giuliani's out outside of the Letterman show, and he's like signing autographs and stuff like that, and he's walking, and he just steps 1 foot into the street. Like he's on the sidewalk. 1 foot goes into the street, and a taxi cab slams on the brakes next to him. It goes, "Hey, Giuliani!" He turns around and he goes, "Get the fuck out of the road!" and drives off.
Was he actually the mayor at this point? He was the mayor.
Yes, because that's what people before 9/11. That's everyone fucking hated him. And
yeah, dude.
So like just any moment, like he was not in the road. Like he had
God.
1 foot. Like it was great.
Fucking awesome.
Although that Jinx, that my favorite thing to do when you get on an airplane, like is this is a joke that nobody likes, but it makes me laugh. Like, and I do it all the time. It's like whenever I'm getting on an airplane with people, I always go like, I got a real bad feeling about this. Like,
yeah. Well, that's what stuntmen say, right? That's like a stuntman's tradition. Is like before a big, dangerous stunt, they pat each other on the back, and say, "I got a bad feeling about this." You're just kind of like getting it out. Yeah. And it's like good. It's like saying break a leg to an actor. You know what I mean?
We, my writer's room, we went to Vegas one weekend, and my head writer is terrified of flying. And so like I ended up sitting next to her on the flight, like just how it ended up. And so like I'm sitting there and we're about to take off, and I was like, I had a real weird dream last night. And she's like, what? I was like, well, it was like we were taking off. You know, like we were in this plane.
You're evil, dude.
And then it just crashed, like right after takeoff. And she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "I'm just kidding." She's like, "That's not funny." I'm like, "It's pretty funny." Like, and it was like this. And to this day, she's like, "That was not a funny joke." I'm like, "I think it was."
I do that to my wife too much. Like she'll be in bed. You know, it's like bedtime. We're all getting ready. I'll be like doing the alarm. You know, like shutting all the lights off. And as I'm going back, I'll come in the bedroom and I'll be like, "Dude, it was so weird. I'm telling you, there was a woman on our porch." And like, you can't access our porch unless you're in the house. Like, it's because my house is kind of on like a steep hill. And she's just like, what do you mean? I was like, I don't know. I just saw like a woman staring at me through the glass from our porch. But then I went and I looked and she wasn't there. So I'm bugging. I don't know. And she's like, no. Like, it's just so easy. It's just so fucking easy.
So you're like, well, that's weird. Good night.
I don't know. Let's go to sleep now. Also, Sarah watches like exclusively true crime. Like she reads exclusively true crime. She listens to Crime Junkies. She's just like, all her head is filled with all day is like murdered. Right. Girl just like you got murdered, like constantly.
Girls love that shit.
Why is that, dude?
I don't know. My wife's the same way. Where it's
is she really into true crime?
Yeah, she'll be like, "Oh, there's this documentary we gotta watch," and I was like, "What is it about?" She's like, "It's about this child killer that they never caught," and he's like, still. And I'm like, and she's like, "Let's watch it." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." I'm not really like. I'm actually in a good mood. Like I don't.
You'd think that once you have children, you wouldn't be drawn to shows about true child killers.
Child murder? Yeah, I know. Like she's like, "Oh, this is great," and they never caught him. You'll love it.
He lived right around here.
Yeah, he lived right around here. His thing was whenever somebody learned about him, or if he thought that they were taking an interest, like they were learning too much about him, he would murder them. So let's watch this documentary.
Yeah. Wait, somebody says, Zach, who made Augie's Instagram? My wife's. My dog's name is Augie, and his Instagram account I think is Augie Good Dog. It's great. So yeah. Nate says, real talk, true crime scene is a great place to meet women. Oh, Jesus, Nate.
Someone said, you lost the bit, man. Took too long. I think that was talking about my my story, which I agree.
Wait, Augie Doggy? Maybe it's Augie Doggy. Maybe I have it wrong. This is going to drive me nuts. When I get up to get a drink, I'll figure out what it's called. Yeah, I'm plugging my dog's Instagram account. I don't give a shit. It's a flagship show. It's what we do.
God damn this show. Also, we're supposed to be bombing this week.
Oh, right. Let's try. Starting now, let's tank this show. Let's nosedive.
Well, I fucked up the delivery of that last thing. That I was
Okay,
saying.
so you're pulling your weight. Let me see what I can do.
I'm starting it. 1,200 people. Oh my god.
Okay.
We gotta do low. We gotta do lower than that.
How can we drive these people away?
We got to be somewhere around 500-600 for us to lose. For us to have a shitty show here.
Right.
But
Zach, do you
our
fuck with
other
Lotion, the band? I do. And I think he made the shirt. So yes. Sorry, Trevor. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I shouldn't say things like that. I can't like get into every little like reference chat makes. Sorry, you're bringing up a valid thing.
I don't know that I don't remember what it was.
See, we're tanking. We're doing it. We're doing it now.
Yeah, you're pulling your weight.
I'm trying.
Yeah. Shit. I don't know what to talk about.
Yeah, this is awkward.
It's hard to do Twitch.
Oh, dude, the guy got back to me. We're gonna be on the front page tomorrow, I believe.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
that'll be good. Or he said he submitted us for it. I don't know what that means.
Oh.
We'll see.
I don't know what to talk about. I'm nervous on camera.
Let me do some thank yous. Hang on, people donating here. DJ Carson donated $25. Thanks, Home Slice. Tazo for you donated, says, sincerely thank you guys for so many years of entertainment. Let me metaphorically suck your dicks and tell you this is what I look forward to the most every Friday. Thank you, Tazu. DJ Gentle Giant says, how close do you think we are to the end of COVID, or at least till there's a widespread vaccination in the U.S.? I'm going to feel like we're going to be out scot-free summer 2021. K.A. Linder donated. Thank you, K.A. Linder. Crawl Space Kid. That's a creepy name, Crawl Space Kid. Says, time to finally find out what happened this week. I agree with you. I don't know. Tugboat Johnson, thanks for gifting. I appreciate you. Perpetual Pupil. Hot Sticky Dog Fart. Hot Sticky Dog Fart's a great one. East Coast Kraken.
You said hot sticky dog Vart, which is much funnier.
Well, that's what his name is.
Oh, I thought you said Vart or
Fart. Hot Sticky Dog Fart. Oh, Vart is funnier because is that funnier. What they call vaginal farts? Not queefs? Yeah. Varts?
Yeah. Well, queef is what they used to call it back, but now people are more civilized and they call it a Vart.
Mm. All right, so Lunar Elephant, who's like our greatest aid in this channel, says, will there be any planning for tomorrow? It has potential to be a big growth day for the channel. He's right. What should we do to capitalize on being on the front page? Should we do anything different? Chad, I'm kind of asking you. Is it like, is sketch commentary not good? I feel like that's probably
I don't think we should do sketch commentary.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what should we do?
I think we should play a game.
You always say play a game, but you don't know what game to play.
One thing, not for nothing, completely different than this, is that I want to schedule someday this week for us to do commentary for Civil War.
Sure.
Because when it gets put on like the VOD kind of thing, I want there to be like a special feature where you can do like commentary for that.
Is there any progress with that?
Yeah, I've looked into it. It's the same. It's like all the other things where it's like you have to get a routing number in your bank set up. So I've got to get like Jeff.
We can do that. We could do that in a day. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where it is right now.
Okay. All right.
And also I've got to figure out the credits because we never put credits for the movie without the rest of the show to it. So that's the
Do we
big
have to? Can we just release it without credits?
It seems fucked up.
I don't know how we're going to... I guess we'll just have to look at season 5 and just transcribe all the credits.
You want to give people credit for the work they did.
Right. Yes, of course. Yeah. You guys are running from the IRS, are we? I don't think so.
No, that's on top of that. That's the other thing is like the movie's becoming so real. Also, the contracts for the animation company. Here, we'll do a little movie update kind of thing. They're all like, I think, ready now. So, like, we were actually told that we have to get some sort of insurance policy.
Right. We were looking into insurance today, or I was looking. Jeff sent over all those insurance forms. I was like, I don't know what any of this means.
Yeah, so that's how real it is. We're getting there.
Yeah. Okay. Very exciting. Movie update equals news, which is not on brand for Newsboyz. True. All right, let's get back to talking about ourselves. People are okay. So I was saying today, I'm sure you're not going to have any recollection of this, but do you recall me at any point in our 20s saying with frequency, "Get at me, dog, arf"? Get at me, dog, arf. Like on the phone, or like if I'm making plans with someone.
No, but it is familiar. It's oddly familiar.
Yeah.
But I don't think you would. I don't. Definitely, it wasn't something where I was like, "That's a Zach thing."
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
You always used to say "cheers."
I still say cheers a lot. Would I say it too much?
I mean, what is too much? But I mean, like
know.
it was
that you noticed it
feels
feels weird.
Yeah, I noticed it where I was like, he says cheers whenever. That's weird, kind of like, like
it was a habit.
It was a habit. It's
like if I was ordering a drink at a bar, I wouldn't say thanks. I would say cheers. Or if it took the place of thank you.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Seemed a little British to me.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna infer from that it seemed a little like it was an affect, which is fair. In your 20s, you adopt things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I fucking what did I did my tips. I bleached my tips once, because I was like,
that's your cheers.
Maybe I want to. Yeah, I was like, maybe I'm one of these guys, and I did it, and then immediately when they were like, there it is, I'm like, I'm not.
I actually don't think it's a weird thing to say cheers. I feel like Americans can say cheers to each other instead of thank you. Like, I feel like it's. I don't think I would notice it if some dude was like, "Oh, cool, cheers." I don't know.
Right.
Am I wrong? Let's do a poll. This feels like a poll thing. Is it weird for an American to say cheers?
Every time.
Is it weird to say cheers every time? Yes? No? Here we go. Why has the duration got moved to 2 minutes? Nobody needs 2 minutes for a poll. Come on. All right, what else happened in the news? Giuliani farted. Elliot Page.
And then the kid from It also came out as transgendered.
Oh, which one?
I've never seen it. No, I did. I did see it. I saw the first one. I didn't see the second one. It was the girl who's now
the redhead.
A guy.
The redhead
is
now a guy.
A guy. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
So it's been a big week for what do you call it what do you call it when
I have no idea. When you change?
No. Like when you see yourself on television.
When you see yourself on television?
Yeah, and you feel good because you see yourself on television, like people like you, that kind of thing.
You're talking about these two people have come out as trans.
Representation. They know what it is. The chat. It's a big week for trans representation.
Oh, for trans representation. Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
My vocabulary consists of 98 words.
Chat says by 56% that it is weird to say cheers every time. 44% say no. All right. It's not a landslide. That's all I'm saying. Who's Letitia Wright? Oh, talk about weed. I guess weed is been Congress legalized weed, or they did something. I didn't really pay attention.
No, the Congress, House of Representatives decided they voted to legalize weed on a federal level, but it's never going to pass the Senate.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, because the Senate's controlled by Republicans. You'd think the Republicans would be all about it, though. Aren't they the ones all about freedom, personal freedom?
It's just that everyone's old. Everyone's old, and they're like.
I really don't understand how you can be pro alcohol and not pro weed.
Because they've never smoked weed.
Is it just that simple?
I think
it just doesn't make any sense. Weed is so much better for everybody than alcohol is.
Well, Also, fuck that. Let's just talk America. Like, because America doesn't give a shit if it's better for you. But
Right.
America cares about making money. There's so much money in it. Like, why the fuck are people just not doing it just because of, like, you can look at these states that have done it. Like, it's a boon.
Right. How can you be pro-fracking but not pro-weed? It's like, if you're pro-fracking and destroying the environment so that people can make money and create jobs, then, like, let's fucking let everyone get high and make money.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I'm going to go get a beverage.
So,
I'm going to run an ad and get a bevy. By the way, if you sub, you don't have to watch these ads. Just throwing that out there.
So what do they watch? Oh, just me. I'll talk to people who subbed. All right, people who subbed. Thank you so much for helping us out with the movie. Yeah, the movie is going to be really good. We're going to start hopefully making the audio recordings of it in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to try to get Civil War on Drugs up on probably Amazon so that you can buy it from Amazon. I would like to do it before Christmas. So that's my goal. Hopefully I will be able to do it. And that's what we need to record commentary for.
What are you trying to... Civil War?
Yeah, I want to get it up by Christmas.
We got it.
I think that'd be a fun thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Put it on Google Play. All right. I don't even know what that... I don't know.
No, I think we're going to do Amazon.
Yeah. Who owns it? Like, we own, like, enough of it.
We own it.
We own all of it, but we have to pay people once we have to, like, pay people of our profit from it.
So what happened back in the day was, have we talked about this? Why we went with Fuse?
I think we have.
Okay. Never mind.
Cheers. Is it 4K? No, it is definitely not 4K.
It wasn't shot in 4K. It was shot in just 1080 HD.
Was it? It wasn't beta. We only did season 1 beta, right?
No, it's shot in 1080.
Okay.
Yeah. But I have a copy of it. Like there was this thing when we got the tapes. We got them very piecemeal. Where it was like, IFC forgot about like the deal because they inherited it from Fuse, and the deal was eventually you got to give everything over to these fucking whitest kids. And so after the time limit ran up, they were like, "What? We have to give you the show?" And we're like, "Yeah, it's ours." And because of something that Fuse signed, so we own our show. And they're like, "What? Okay." Like, and so then they had to find all the masters and send it to us. It took forever. And there's some that we haven't gotten still. There's some episodes that we haven't gotten that we're still trying to get. But we were like, "Oh God, I hope we can get the entirety of the Civil War." And then, which came with it in on the hard drive, which I forgot that we had made, was we made a theatrical cut of it. So with no bleeps, because that was the other thing, is like, because IFC at that point was starting to bleep things. In the 5th season, they started to censor stuff. So we have a copy of it that is completely uncensored, and it looks great. I watched it a couple weeks ago.
We rule. No, I'm super excited for that. I haven't watched that movie since we made it. I'm pumped for it. Actually, that's not true. I watched it in LA when we did that screening. But yeah,
I watched it recently, and
you were happy with it.
I love it. Like, I mean, it to this day is my favorite thing that we've done.
Yeah, you've said that. Yeah.
Besides, I think Mars I like more than that. So
I definitely, and I'm not even being like hyperbolic for the sake of raising money. I truly think the script for Mars is like leaps and bounds better than Civil War. Yeah. Release the whitest cut. I guess we will. We will do it.
Well, that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody says I still sing the "Fuck White People" song. I remember that. Fuck white people. I hope them all die. That was good. What was that guy's name? I can't remember his name.
Got a lot of reasons why.
Do you remember his name?
Mm-mm. That's why I got to figure out how to make these credits.
Mm-hmm.
He was great. He was really great.
He was nice too. He is cool. Charles Grodin. Yes. His name was Charles Grodin, if I remember correctly.
What else happened in the news? We're doing too well. This is not bombing.
Oh, I feel like we're bombing, dude.
You do?
No.
Oh.
What else? I don't know. I'm waiting for chat to give us a news story. I can't think
What
of
if we're
any.
both just silent for 60 seconds?
It would be awesome. It would be funny. Somehow it would be funny. Alabama woman stabs herself in the vagina and blames it on her husband, whom she just murdered, I guess. Okay.
This comment I've been seeing from multiple streams.
What
And
kind?
I haven't been ignoring it, but I'm just realizing now that I've been seeing it from multiple streams, which is, why is Trevor in the hot dog sketch ASMR? And I don't know what that means. I mean, I know what ASMR is, and I know that but I don't know, like, it's not, unless I guess that I'm just very quiet, so they had to turn up the volume or turn up the sensitivity of the mics for it to be recorded. I don't know.
I don't know either. I haven't seen that comment. I have no idea.
Oh, I've been seeing it for like about 2 weeks.
Huh. So I guess I was talking to my wife about this yesterday. She's really into ASMR, right? Like, she will almost every day, like, make herself like cozy on the couch, have her laptop, headphones, and watch a woman like whispering into a microphone. And I'm like, what does this do for you? And she's like,
See, I always thought it was a sexual thing.
it's not.
It's not. I always thought it was like big fat guys who just want to hear like a woman lick their lips or something like that.
No, and it's the acronym stands for or the initialism, I should say. It's like audio stimulant medulla. I'm gonna get it all wrong. Somebody knows it, but it literally the sound stimulates a part of your brain, and it only works in like 18% of the population, I think.
Yeah, it don't work for me.
It doesn't work for me either. But it like causes. She says it causes this like weird buzzing, full body like hypnosis sensation where it feels.
Well,
like
that sounds sexual.
It's not. And she said she's like, people think it's sexual. It's not. It's just like this weird like, I don't know. But it does not work for me at all. I get nothing from it. I have no idea what she's talking about.
I put full body sensations into the category of sexual.
Getting a massage is sexual. Getting a back massage, it's not full body, but like,
that's not full body.
So what is it? Taking a hot shower is sexual?
No.
Okay. I just burst that bubble. I feel very good right now.
You win.
But I think that's probably the closest that someone like me could get to understanding what it must be like, where I think she feels like she's taking a hot shower when she's just laying on the couch listening to like whispering.
Maybe she just doesn't want to tell you it's sexual because she's like listening to all that shit in front of you.
It wouldn't bother me. I'd be like, go ahead. Fucking get off. I don't know.
But also anything I don't understand, I just lump into it. Oh, it's probably sexual.
Yeah, if we were back in like Scarlet Letter times, you would be like burning women at the stake.
Burner.
You'd be like everyone's Goody Proctor. You would be like, it was a new time. It is a precise time.
What were they burning people for?
Being witches.
Yeah, but like, why did they think they were witches? And was it only women? Did they think they were guy witches? Like,
I don't know. That's a good question. I think it was overwhelmingly women, though. But did you know, like, you know, the witch and the broomstick thing? You know where that comes from? It's really interesting.
Mm-mm.
So the image of like a witch flying on a broomstick is because the women, they had a psychedelic oil. And I'm going to get this wrong. Someone in chat's going to know. But they would rub like some sort of oil on their broomsticks, and they would fuck themselves with it, and it would release. Yeah, that's true. And it would release the. They would trip from it, so they would like dose themselves in the vagina with broomsticks, which is why the image of a woman flying on a broomstick is associated with a witch. Because I'm sure I'm getting some of this wrong, but I know I'm getting some of it right.
That sounds sexual to me.
That is sexual. Yes, you could. That's fair.
It's great. Is it one of those? Because I was reading something this week about there's this plant in that they used for everything in like antiquity, it was a spice for food. They used it for abortions. They used it to like clear, basically solve all these diseases.
Mm-hmm.
And they used it so much that it's gone.
No shit.
And so like, there's this magic drug that we used to death, and we used it into extinction. And there's some things that we still can't do that supposedly it did, like, which is fascinating if you think about like, because you always think of like extinction and stuff like that in the sense of like animals, but like from just like a botany like level, the amount of plants that have gone extinct and what they did and like how better our lives could have been if we had those.
Yeah.
It's nuts to think about.
You'd think that plant would be in the rainforest and that those people would have some, but goddamn, that's depressing. It's like, did you know that when like, I guess back before 1492 or whatever, there were so many animals that are extinct in North America, like gigantic, like boar things that were the size of buffaloes, like animals that like if we saw today, we'd be like fucking terrified and be like, what the fuck is that? Like,
right.
Truly bizarre, gigantic creatures that
there were too many animals back then, if you ask me.
It's really
that's the thing.
depressing.
It's like, can you imagine trying to have like a civilized society? Like, can you imagine trying to like have a city if there's fucking dinosaurs everywhere? Like, it would just be a fucking mess. Like there's not all extinctions are bad. That's just evolution and like the planet growing up.
that's fucking dark.
What, you want fucking Tyrannosauruses around when we're trying to go to work?
All right, you're probably right. Not all are bad, but I would argue most are bad.
I don't know. I can't think. I honestly can't think of one I miss, or like, because you read about them, all the ones that used to be here, and I can't think of one that I'm like, oh god, I wish there was a fucking dodo I could see at the zoo or anything like that. Like, I don't give a shit. Like,
fucking asshole. Yeah. Do you know about dire wolves?
No.
So dire wolves are in the Southwest, and they think that they might still exist. There's been sightings of dire wolves, and people that are fascinating. But essentially, a dire wolf is like a wolf times 4. Like a fucking bear-sized wolf with like long legs, gigantic.
Glad they're dead.
What's that?
Glad they're dead.
Well, they would give people a real fucking hard time, and then they were supposedly made extinct, but people do see them from time to time, or so they say.
You know what's happened is like humans showed up on the scene and we told everybody what's what, and we're like, anything we're scared of, you're fucking out of here. Like,
like Bigfoot. Well, man, oh man, Bigfoot, Jesus. So I've immersed myself for the past 2 years in Bigfoot stuff. God, 3 years now it's been, because I've been making this show about Bigfoot.
Oh, by the way, you sent me an email.
I know, I saw that. I sent it to you.
Okay.
Total brain fart. Boy, these Bigfoot people. I went to a Bigfoot conference in Washington State, like a big convention for Squatchers. Whew. Fucking a lot of people watching in there. I recommend it. It was super hilarious. You've seen Bigfoot? I don't believe you did. I don't believe you.
So you do not believe in Bigfoot?
I do not believe in Bigfoot, no.
Do you believe in Chupacabra?
No.
Do you believe in Loch Ness Monster?
No.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
Sure. Yeah. A lot of morons out there. So he says, Zach, this is not true. Dire wolves were actually shorter than gray wolves. They had shorter, stockier legs. The difference was that they were more muscular, but smaller because they were ambush hunters like cats. Well, your grammar needs some work, buddy. I have personally cleaned and cataloged dire wolf skulls from La Brea.
That's interesting, but I would counter, nobody gives a shit.
Oh, come on. Oh. Lunar Elephant, what's up with you, man? You called me a cuck, now you're wowzacking me. I thought we were bros. How come, like, whenever I talk to you on Discord, you're so nice, and then when you do chat comments, it's all fucking making me a fucking bitch. I'm teasing Derek. Pork Sweats. Texas high school football player tackled ref after being ejected from game, was arrested and charged. Video is out there. I'd kind of like to watch that video.
What is it?
Texas high school football player tackles ref, and he's being charged criminally, which I guess makes sense. I mean, he's assaulting a person, but it's like on a football field. I don't know.
Texas high school cheerleader blows ref.
Yes, sucks ref off. I never called him a cuck. Open the replay, fuckers. No, he didn't call me a cuck. He said, I know one of you is a cuck. Which one? All right. Yeah. By the way, he's cool, man. We couldn't do this without him. He's a homie.
Who?
Lunar Elephant.
Oh. I hate all this shit. You got to watch like so many fucking ads. Part of the reason I don't watch the news anymore is because like all the news is behind like paywalls now.
Right.
Like you get like an article, you're like, oh, that seems interesting. You click on it, and they're like, you can subscribe to the Washington Post for like.
Retro Read Rule says, did you get bullied by football players, Zach? No, because my high school was so small, we didn't have a football team. There weren't really jocks at my high school. I went to like a school for like weirdos. My high school was very much like art nerds and screw ups.
My high school had 5 football teams.
Shut the fuck up.
It was a gauntlet.
All right, let's see this.
The fuck?
God, the frame rate sucks in this one.
Hold on, I missed it.
The frame rate is makes it unwatchable. Hang on, maybe I should pull it up. Oh, wow. Yeah, you nailed him.
Who cares? Go back to Foot Locker.
Do you think it's weird that like there's still high school football, knowing what we know about like what is it called, by the way? What is the CMT? What the fuck is it called?
CTS.
Sounds
CPS?
right.
The
CTE.
Child Protective Service.
Is it CTE? Yeah, thank you, chat.
Yeah.
Like, it ruins you. It gives you like brain damage, like all the time. I wonder, is it 100% of the time? If you're a linesman and you go through high school, college, and pro football, are you like guaranteed to get CTE? I think you might be.
Pretty much. Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
But there's people. It always weirds me out when people are like, "Can you believe?" Because I'm like, "Yeah, don't you get the country we're living in?"
I know.
Like,
I know.
There's so much money in football. Like a lot of these colleges couldn't exist without the sales from the football, like games like that. So it's horrible, but like we don't really care about people here.
If your son. If Augie wanted, and by the way, Trevor's son's name is Augie, my dog's name is Augie. I got my dog the week Trevor got his son. Literally the same week.
5 days before.
5 days before, I get my dog, and I think I brought it over to your house. I was like, dude, this is my new dog. His name is Augie. And Trevor's face just falls. He's like, what? I was like, yeah, Augie. He's like, that's what we're naming Augie.
That's what we're naming Augie.
So the same week, we both got a little critter named Augie. It's fucking amazing. That is ridiculous.
So it's fun.
Dude.
It's kind of fun now though, because I'll be like, "How's your Augie?"
My Augie's good. How's your Augie doing? Mm-hmm. My dog's name is Augie because we got it at like a pound, and they named it Ogre, and my wife thought Ogre. She didn't want it to be like have a name that was like a monster, so we're like, we'll call him Augie instead. Anyway, but so. What were we fucking talking about before I did this? High school football?
Football.
Okay, yeah. If Augie wanted to play football and he was passionate about it, he was like, "Dad, I really want to be on the football team." Would you allow it, or would you be like, "Sorry, no"?
If he was passionate about it, I'd allow it.
Even though,
because I would have already failed. Like if I had raised a kid who's just like, I just want to, I know that I'm going to be brain damaged, but I'm going to just ram my head into other people and like hope that I'd be like, all right, well, this ship has sailed. I'll be supportive. I'll support whatever. You know, as long as there's
You'll support whatever?
If there's a passion behind it. But like, if he's just kind of like, I think I want to play football, I'll be like, no, that's stupid. Only idiots play football, and I'll steer him the other way.
What if he's like, Dad, I really want to be a SoundCloud rapper and get face tattoos?
I'll be like, I will help fund the SoundCloud rapping if you can just hold off on the face tattoo until you're 40.
Trevor has a policy. Trevor once told me this. He has a policy. He'll never hire, ever, a person with a face tattoo.
I won't.
I think that's totally legitimate.
I do. I know you're not supposed to say that, but like,
why is that bad to say?
I think because it's like, what if they are like a brilliant, you know, and it's like, but they're not, like, you know, because like that shows that you don't have forward
judgment
thinking.
Yeah,
like it shows that you like.
Although it's funny though, it's like, why is a neck tattoo perfectly acceptable? What's the difference between here and here? Who gives a shit?
Because you can wear a turtleneck.
Is that why your Johnny Pemberton character has face tattoos? Twerkin asks.
In what?
I don't know.
In Just Roll With It. Yes.
Oh, really? Uh-huh.
Yeah. I mean, that's not why. It's just like that's what SoundCloud rappers have. Like,
Zach, get a tattoo of your face on your face. Okay. Ruffalopian Tubes, thanks, buddy. Fucking going for it. Appreciate you.
So many people are offended. By the way, also,
can't be offended at that.
I'm not saying it's bad to have a face tattoo. You can have a face tattoo. I just
anyone who's offended at that can fuck off.
I've hired enough people to know that there's some things you shouldn't do again.
Yeah. When people give you red flags, pay attention to them. Schmuck donated, says you should check out AI Dungeon if you guys wanted to do an RP kind of game on stream sometime. Okay. Ermagerd donated, says, is the PCP meter accurate? No, it's not. Doesn't seem like it's moved in a while. It's my fault. I have not updated it. It's higher than that. We're at least at 55, right? I believe.
I think we're closer to 60.
Great. Okay, so you
60,
know what?
I think we might be above 60 at this point.
I should take it off. I feel bad, but Ron Gina made it and he fucking crushed it, and I'm.
Well, it doesn't change.
It's not changing. I don't know. I have to update it. I don't know what's going on. You guys see the clearly drunk lady testifying about fraud in Michigan? Yes, we did watch that already. MLM Pupper donated $1, says, I was in England and a guy thought it was weird that I said bye-bye after he said cheerio. I don't believe you. Hold on and hang on, says you gems.
I think it's weird to say bye-bye anywhere.
Yeah, bye-bye. Yeah, what are you, strange?
Bye-bye is weird. Like I would notice that if I was leaving somebody here and they were like, bye-bye, I'd be like, weird.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know if there's a normal way you can say bye-bye. All right, bye-bye. It just sounds sarcastic almost.
To a child or a dog, you know, you'd be like, bye-bye.
Right,
you know,
bye.
Yeah.
You could do that, I guess. Cade Welly donated. Thank you. Katata Fish, thank you, my friend. Hot Sticky Dog Fart donated $69. Thanks, bud. And he says, hey, Zach, that story you told about a doctor saying try drinking 3 drinks in 3 nights a week hit hard. I think that will stick with me. I'm having my 3rd beer this week and feeling good, so thanks. Anyway, let's do a 6-9. Let's do a 6-9, so now give it back.
That's a Timmy reference.
Yeah. 6-9
We should start like an AA thing here.
No. And a Fez, I don't know why I said that with such a statement. It's just like, nobody wants that.
No, but we could help people who want to stop drinking.
Hey, Zach. And Fez says, hey, Zach, I want to watch Wrecked. Can you send me your HBO Max password? Cool, thanks. Yeah, I guess so. Message me and I'll give it to you.
Oh, yeah, Wrecked is on.
Wrecked is on HBO Max.
Yep.
So I felt bad. I tweeted about it when it first came out. And my tweet was, hey, everybody, Wrecked is on HBO Max for the first time. Come see what none of the fuss was about. And Sarah was like, saw my tweet and came in and was like, that's rude, dude. I was like, what do you mean? It's a joke. She's like, it's a joke, but like, you seem like an asshole. And I felt really bad. So then I tweeted like 12 hours later, seriously though, I'm really proud of the show and like watch it. But like, do you think that's disrespectful to the cast and crew that I would be like, come see what none of the fuss was about?
No,
like,
I don't.
We got canceled. No one saw the show.
No, I don't. And I think that's been a long, irritation with you about the publicity, like they didn't get it out there. Like,
yeah, they did not.
Yeah.
publicize it to my.
I don't think that's bad. If it's rude to anyone, it is the rude to the network and PR department,
right?
But it's not to the creators or the people that worked on it.
That's what I would hope. I mean, they know me. They know that I'm proud of the show.
You should just tell Sarah to calm down.
Yeah, I was like, shut up. And she was like, stop hitting me all the time. And I was like, shut the fuck. It was a whole scene. It doesn't matter. Ermagard just donated. He says, a study of 266 football players' brains showed 84% with CTE. Not all were pros. The longer, the more screwed up you are. They estimate your chances of getting CTE rise 30% every year of tackle football. That's fucking crazy, dude. Who's that guy, that Aaron Hernandez? They made a documentary about him that was not great.
Oh, yeah, that was a great documentary. My wife made me watch that.
There's a podcast about it that I liked a lot, too. But, like, yeah, dude, that's CTE. That's also a life of closeted homosexuality and all sorts of other factors. But, like, CTE definitely part of it.
I'll also throw out there that it's also from being a huge fucking asshole. Like,
yeah, he's also a fucking scumbag.
There's plenty of closeted people. There's plenty of people who have played football. They don't fucking try to like be gangbangers like when they're millionaires.
Sure.
Like, like he's a piece of shit.
You know what? You're totally right.
Yeah.
Principal Rolls donated, says, you guys are so good. Even when you try to bomb, you can't. I know. We got to try harder. This is embarrassing. Mr. Fix donated, says, Trevor, do you have a copy of the Scraps book? And if so, can we see did you see someone posted your Scraps book online with a photo of you?
No.
Dude, go to Reddit. Go to the Whitest Kids Reddit. There's like a pretty adorable photo of you, dude.
All right, hold on. I like that people are like trying to blame murders on CTE, where they're like, well, I bet when when they cut his brain open, they you're gonna find that there was some CTE there, and you're like, yeah, probably, but also, you want to look at all of the people who have played football, and who probably have CTE and didn't murder their wives and whoever was hanging out with them at the time.
Well, I bet you would find a higher case of domestic abuse. I would say that's got to be true.
Maybe. Wait, what am I looking
for? Oh yeah,
for?
Chris Benoit, dude, definitely CTE. Just scroll through the WKUK. And look for Scraps. Search Scraps.
Scraps. All right.
Somebody says, Trevor, where did you get that shirt?
There's a surf shop that I like up in Santa Barbara, where I buy a lot of my clothes from.
Mm.
I'm not finding it. Hold on.
Okay, well, that's all good.
Yeah.
I saw Sam at the gas station today. He literally told me to tune into Newsboyz because he was making his debut. I think he might be losing it, guys. Did you? Because I know Parataran lives in L.A. I don't know if that's a true story or not, but interesting. I don't think that's happening.
This would be a time for Sam to call in. You know what's weird to me is that do you think that? Never mind.
What?
Do you think that the other Whitest Kids guys are watching right now?
No, I don't think so. I think of the three of them, Sam's the most likely just because he lives in LA. Mm-hmm. But I don't think so. But people in chat are saying Sam is definitely.
We talk about stuff and then Timmy will be like, you said this and this is wrong or something like that.
I wouldn't be surprised if Timmy watches it on YouTube tomorrow, while he's doing the dishes or something like that. That's what I bet. We should test this by telling a vicious lie about Timmy.
Or just say, hey, what's up, Timmy? If you see this,
I like
tell
my
us
plan
you saw
better.
this.
My plan's
go
better.
ahead. All right. Dude, this is a bad Newsboyz.
We're doing it, dude. But see, it just proves that if we set our mind to something, we get it done.
I'm joking. It's not even a bad Newsboyz. Like I was being sarcastic. Like we're fucking fail. The only thing we can fail at is failing.
Oh my god. We do need to figure out what we're gonna do tomorrow, but yeah, I don't know.
So we could play Everyone But Us. We could play that. We could play.
You mean Among Us? Everyone But Us.
Yes, we could play Among Us. We could play. We could just call old friends and pretend one person isn't on the phone of the group. And we all call like Ivan and be like, Zach's not here. Like, and Sam, Timmy, and Darren are just talking about how stupid Zach is. Like, do you have any stupid Zach stories?
Oh my God.
And then like everyone gets to call somebody and do that.
That's brutal. I wonder if we could call Kathy and get her to talk shit on Sam.
Yeah, Sam's not here. Can you tell us about
She'd be like, oh, God, he's so crazy. Who would we call for Timmy? I literally don't know anyone in Timmy's life. I mean, I know his ex-wife. And
Yeah, we call her.
Oh, God.
I have her number.
Do you? I wonder if I have her number.
I have her number from like 10 years ago. I don't know if it's still her number.
I want to see if I do. I don't. Yes, I do. All right, I do.
Remember one night, can I tell this story? This is probably fine, right?
Yeah, fucking let her rip, dude. Who gives a shit?
So Sam and I were at my apartment, and we were like drinking, and I had downloaded, because I didn't have an iPhone, so I had a Samsung. So it was like there was all these cool apps you could get that iPhone's like, that's not nice, you know, like, so there's
is this when you guys got me?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
So there was an app that you could get for Samsung, which would not only hide your number, but you could type in the number that you wanted it to look like it was coming from.
Yeah.
And it would pretend. And so like, if I called Zach from Zach's home number, like where his mom lived, it would look like Zach's phone would be like, Mom is calling.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
And it had a voice altering function too. So you could, and it was convincing. So you could distort your voice to sound like a deeper or a higher. You could sound like a woman if you wanted to. It was fucking evil app.
Yeah.
What was it called?
That's not even it. It also recorded it all as an MP3 and emailed it to you when you were done. It was the greatest fucking app ever.
Oh my God, dude.
It became illegal. Like they took it down weeks after it went up, but I got it. And so
did you get to keep it after they took it down?
Yeah. Once you had it on your phone, they couldn't fucking do anything.
Amazing.
About it. So when I you switch phones every couple of years. I switched phones one year and it didn't come with it. And I didn't notice it till afterwards. And I was like crushed. I was like, this was the greatest thing. But it wasn't because so many people in my life got mad at me.
Right.
Like everyone that I did it to, like, got real mad.
Yeah.
But Sam and I were at my apartment. We were drinking and everything like that. And we're like, let's call Zach with it. And we're like, what do we do? And we're like, oh, I have Timmy's wife's number. And this is when they were married. So we like called Zach from Timmy's wife's number. So it shows up like, and I put on the girl filter and I was like, hey, how's
and
it
I didn't
going?
answer.
Yeah. So I just left a voicemail. I was like, hey, I'm just like kind of drunk and just sort of like going through my phone and I just saw your number and I was just like, I think give you a call. I mean, like, I just kind of thought you were a little cute. Like, and I just sort of like wanted to know like what you thought about me. And like, this is stupid. Never mind. Anyway, I gotta go. Bye. And I hung up. And then Sam and I went, ha 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 ha. And we laughed. And then we went to doing whatever that we were doing.
And you forgot all about it.
Completely forgot about it because that's how much we were drinking. And so then, do you want to take it from here?
Well, so I get this. I think I was trashed and doing my thing that night somewhere else in the world. So I didn't hear that message until the next morning. So I'm like in bed, hungover, and I'm like, why the fuck did she call me? So I like play the voicemail, and it's like, she's hitting on me, and I'm like, oh God. I remember I sat up and I was like, this is so bad because like now I'm in a situation, right, where I'm like, if I don't say anything to Timmy, am I a bad friend?
Yes.
Right? Yeah. So,
Absolutely.
but if I do say something to Timmy, like now I'm inserting myself into like, she's clearly wasted. I was like, this is a drunk. She probably doesn't remember this. Like, I'm starting a very serious problem. Like, this is divorce level shit, right? Like,
yes.
If your wife called one of your fucking best friends and like, said that, you would be like, our marriage is in serious danger.
I would immediately tell you. I'd be like, dude.
So I actually think I played it really bad, right? Because I think like I came to you before I went to Timmy. What's that?
I don't think so, because I think I would do the same thing.
You would come to me first?
Well, I would come to other people that I was tight with. Like, I would come to other friends. Like,
I gotta say, if I was on the receiving end, if I was Timmy and I found out that like if she'd called you, I'm getting it jumbled. But if let's say Sarah had called you and hit on you drunkenly. And I found out rather than you come straight to me, you went to Sam and were like, Zach's wife hit on me. I don't know what to do. I would be like, why the fuck are you telling people? First of all, you should tell me and only me.
That makes sense. I still think that's what I would have done, though. I still think I would have called Sam and been like, dude, what the fuck? Like, because I would have wanted confirmation that I was doing the right thing.
Right.
I wouldn't want to do something just by myself solo and then maybe fuck up a marriage kind of thing.
Right.
I would want confirmation from an outside source being like, you're doing the right thing.
That was my thought process and my action process as well, even though in retrospect I feel like it maybe wasn't a good one. But I remember I came to you and Sam and I was like nervous. I was like, dude, like his wife left me a very over the line voicemail. And then you guys laughed, and I realized, okay, I was relieved as fuck. But yeah, that was intense.
Well, it was like when you call me, like none of us remembered him, and so like you're like, she left me this, and I was like, oh, and I started laughing, and then Sam's like, what? I'm like, the voicemail, and he's like,
well, think about this. Let's say I had been a bit more honorable, right? Like, let's say you guys forgot all about it, and I did just go to Timmy, and I didn't tell you because it's not your business. I would have started World War III because she would have denied it. He wouldn't have believed her. It would have been a major thing. And then eventually when they're getting divorced, you'd be like, why? What happened? And he would tell you the story. And then you'd be like, oh, that was me and Sam. And then he would have murdered you. Timmy's rage would have exploded.
So this is interesting because on one hand, doing the wrong thing was the right thing.
Saved temporarily. It was a stay of execution because they did get divorced like that.
Well,
year.
that's what I'm saying. The other thing is the fucked up thing might have saved everybody a couple of years of fucking drama.
I wonder what the timing is. If I had gone to Timmy, think about this. If I just gone to Timmy and just told him that, and let's say the dominoes began and it started a divorce.
Motherfucker, we're not bombing. We're not bombing.
I know this is a very compelling conversation.
Yeah.
He would have arguably never had his daughter.
Wait, was this before the daughter or after the daughter?
I don't know. I don't know.
That makes it very interesting because then there actually is a right and wrong.
Well, what do you mean? How so?
I mean, Timmy loves the shit.
He loves the shit out of his daughter. Of course he does.
There's no scenario that he wants without the daughter.
Of course.
So that makes it very finite. There is a right and wrong kind of thing.
Although, it's like I'm going to go down a real dark path here, but let's say he didn't have his daughter and he got a clean break from his wife. He could have moved to LA and met a new person, had a different child, had a totally different life. What?
You're still gonna want the kid.
Well, now he is because he knows her, and it's like he's bonded.
Right.
But you go back in time, that's abstract. It's not real. Back then. Mm-hmm. Obviously, if you give Timmy today control over this scenario, he's never going to pick another path. He'll never pick a different path.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's why I always wondered about like abortions. Right? People have a kid. Let's say they got like.
Is it or is this Deep Boys now? Are we going?
I guess so. Whatever. It's just where the conversation's going, and it's like, and I'm not talking about Timmy anymore. I'm talking about abstract people. But it's like,
Yeah.
No one I've ever met who has a child has ever said anything other than, I can't imagine my life without them. And I can't help but have this thought of like, well, yeah, because you bonded with this child. But like if you, let's say, not even abortion, let's say you just didn't have sex that month, but you did it 3 months later, you would have a different child. It would have been different sperm, different egg, different kid, and you wouldn't be able to imagine your life without that kid. There's, how many months in a year? There's 12 kids a year that you could have had, and you would say the exact same thing about all 12 of them. You know what I mean?
I've thought that because, like, sometimes when, like Augie wants to, like, roughhouse or whatever, like, I'm always telling him, like, you have a very old dad. Like, I'm 40. Like, like, I was 37 when I had my kid. Like, that's old for a dad. Like, kind of.
God, you're making me feel fucking old as shit. I don't even know if I'm gonna have a kid. I think maybe in 5 years I'll be ready for a kid. I'll be 45, dude.
Right. There's like
I'm an idiot.
The playing, your bat goes. It's like, like I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying, like, there's where I'm constantly like, you got an old dad, man. Like, and so I think about that, but then I also think that no, because I wouldn't have this guy.
Right.
Like, this is the guy I want.
Yeah. But you would be saying that about the others.
Maybe. That's interesting.
Not
or
maybe,
definitely. Maybe I would hate him. I don't know.
There's no chance.
No, I don't like most people.
But you would love 100% of your children. Zach, my dad had another kid at 50. You're fine. Oh, okay. My dad had me at 49. Yeah.
Well, I thought you always said you didn't want to have kids.
I did always say that. And I'm on the fence. I don't know. You know what's funny? I watched Knocked Up this week. I don't know why, but and I found it very touching in a weird way. Harold Ramis, like his relationship with Seth Rogen was like so like lovely, and I was like, man, what a great thing later in life to like be able to relate to your son this way. And like I was like that I really did see like the beauty in that. And I was like, fuck, I don't know if I'm gonna have that. That's sad.
Right.
But I'm also a very selfish person, and I really enjoying my life right now and doing what I want and getting to kind of immerse myself in my own shit. And I don't know.
There's no wrong answer.
No, I know. Wait, Ron Johnny says, Zach, I talked about this on my stream once. When you have a kid, your brain releases a chemical designed to prevent you from eating your young for survival. We perceive that chemical as never having loved anything more in this world. Okay.
Interesting.
I'm sure that's true.
Yeah, you're just a bunch of chemicals.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah. It's
well,
oxytocin.
What's crazy is though, you can like if you're bummed, you can just like hang out with your kid for a second and get a little serotonin release.
It's pretty amazing.
Well,
I kind of get that from my dog. I'm sure it's not the same. But if I'm like in a bad mood, I'll just go fucking like play around with my Augie, and I feel better. Gotta say. And I'm sure there's nothing more obnoxious for parents than when people like talk about like their pets with the same sort of a deal. But anyway.
Oh, that's the bummer though, is that you had to hang out with parents. That's the thing. Like I'm like kind of I don't think his school likes me, or I don't think they don't like me, but they're just like, they've mentioned that like the dad never shows up to like drop off or pick up the kid. You're like, because I've never been there. Like,
You've never been?
No, I've never been there.
Oh my God.
But it's like, because I'm at work and stuff like that. But they were like, so they needed someone to edit a Christmas video for the whole class. Like all the kids are making a video for the whole class and they need someone to edit it. And my wife volunteered me so that she was like, so like, I'll be involved. And I was like, okay, so that's what I'm doing this weekend. I have all this footage of every kid in his class that are trying to do like Christmas things. And I'm supposed to edit it into something. And that's, so that's what I'm going to do this weekend.
Well, you're giving back. You're pulling your weight.
Yeah.
Deep Cold Water donated, says, when will we get back to the gospel of our Lord and Savior Cheeto crust? What? Juicy Meat Sword donated $1. DJ Gentle Giant donated and says, you guys have to call people tomorrow. That would be so fucking funny. Okay. Slopperson donated $16. Thanks, dude. He says, tell Sam that he gets to be on Newsboyz, but tell him later he's only doing a weather report. Well, nah.
Do the people want Sam on Newsboyz? No. Do they?
I don't know. I'm not making that poll.
This is the people's show. Sam is a tangential newsboy, right?
He
calls in.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else is going on?
I might grab a drink.
Go get a drink.
You want to do it deep, boys?
I'll run an ad. You go get a drink, then we'll do deep. What time is it? It's almost 9? Yeah. Sounds good.
What do you got? You know what I'm going to do tonight?
Huh?
I'm going to watch Mank.
I am so excited for Mank. Dude, I've been watching
Mank.
like David Fincher interviews all week long. Like I've deep diving on him. Yeah, man. Yeah. What's your favorite?
Oh my God, The Mandalorian last night was insane.
Oh my God, you and The Mandalorian, you can't get enough of it. And you say that every week. You're like, dude, this week's episode was insane. Every week's episode is insane?
So, like, never mind. This is not going to be interesting. You're not going to like it because you don't. How familiar are you with Star Wars?
You know, I know 4, 5, and 6 as well as any child of the 80s. I watched 1, 2 in the theater, hated them. Don't think I saw 3, and I don't know anything about the new ones.
Okay. All right. I won't go into it.
All right.
But goddamn, this season is fucking great.
All right. I should watch it. it.
All right. I'm gonna grab.
All right, go get a beverage. Go get a beverage. Zach only knows about boingas. I guess so. Mando. Oh, Mandalorian. Okay, yeah. You could ask Trevor about the Gibby Haynes stuff. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll bring that up. Zach, China controlling the weather. Real thing. You're fucking stupid, dude. China doesn't control the weather. Come on, buddy. You're better than that. Zach, for Deep Boys, could you talk a little bit about how you got sober, if you're comfortable with that? Like if you went cold turkey or did rehab or AA. Thank you. Love you. Love you too. I've talked about this on Collective Souls plenty, so I don't think I'm going to do it. I actually got into it a lot today. But I got sober. I went the 12-step route, and it was tremendously helpful. And if you are curious, you can go audit a 12-step meeting without committing. No one's going to get mad at you. It's totally fine. So if you're just wondering what all the fuss is about, pop in. Come late, leave early, do whatever you want. You don't have to talk to anybody. You don't have to share anything. You can just, if it goes around, somebody asks you to share, just be like, I'm here to listen. No one's going to give you a hard time. Nothing bad will happen there. I thought it like party's over once I go check this out. No, it was fine. Cult? What is this? Quit bullying me, Zach. Wow. Yeah, I don't think I am. I think that's a you thing, my friend. Tugboat Johnson, thank you for gifting. Cherry Jello Biafra donated. He says, I've decided you guys are now my sole source of news and news commentary. Y'all are the best. Thanks, bud. Again, all these donations go to the movie, so it's very appreciated, and I think it's for a good cause. Conspiracy Boys should make a comeback. I don't know any conspiracies right now, man. Although this guy said China's controlling the weather. He said it was a news story this week. What are you talking about? China is actually going to modify the weather. He's not crazy. It's a news story. Okay, I have not heard about this. I'm sorry I called that guy an idiot.
Well, we control the weather too. HARP.
HARP? What's HARP?
It's a big fucking weather controller thing up in Alaska.
What do you mean a weather controlling thing? What does that mean? Because there's like this big conspiracy theory all over Asia where they think the United States like makes storms.
Yeah,
like on purpose. And like sends them to like we send hurricanes around. Like that's just not true. But tell me, what's HARP?
It's a big weather controlling thing up in the fucking not Antarctica, but like Yukon or Alaska or some shit.
What does it do?
Controls the weather. Makes big storms.
Well, if it controls the weather, why would they want to make big storms?
Because you can it's like warfare. The military is always like investing in things where they're like, oh, this could give us an advantage here. If we could control hurricanes and we could send them into shit, like that's like worth like spending a couple like $1 billion into.
All right. People are saying Google it. So that's the conspiracy. Okay. All right. Well, I'm learning, man. I don't know anything about this stuff. This is all news to me. Google artificial snow. Yeah, I guess there's a whole deep dive we could do here. Chat's going so fucking fast. It's giving me a headache. I can't watch enough chat. Yeah, I know. Can a mod slow chat just a hair? It is a little insane at the moment. The polls are shifting. Okay. I don't think that's true. Is it?
That is true.
The polls are shifting?
Yeah, the polls are shifting. Yep.
Oh my God, I'm an idiot. There's a lot I don't know. So wait, you're gonna watch Mank tonight? Can we talk about Fincher for a while? Because I'm just like I'm in the throes of like a deep Fincher obsession.
Yeah.
I remember when I saw Seven in the theater being profoundly affected by that movie. Did you have that experience?
I didn't see it in the theater. I saw it later on a TV, and I was not that affected.
You didn't think it was like the coolest thing in the world?
I thought, what's in the box?
What's in the box?
I remember doing that a long time after that.
Sure.
Like, I thought that was funny. No. It didn't, like, I like his movies, you know.
Fight Club is awesome.
Fight Club is cool.
Dude, Zodiac is a masterpiece.
Really?
I think so. I love that movie, man. Gone Girl, loved it.
Gone Girl's cool.
Gone Girl's
I like
super
all
cool.
his movies. It's good. I like his music videos. His music videos are good.
Yeah.
So like where I shoot my show, the stage next to us, I'm stage 3. Stage 4 has been Mank for like the last year.
No shit. Cool.
So I've been fascinated with this show. This is why I'm excited about it. Like I can't wait to watch it because like it'll be like I'll grab like, you know, food and I'll be like heading into the stage and you see like because they shot everything in the stage. So like it's all this and it's to look back on old Hollywood. So you'd see those like, you know, dancers from when they would all jump in the water, like with the big fans behind them. You'd see them all walking around. And the next time you'd come in, you'd see people dressed as like 1940s hobos. And it was like every day it was a new thing, whatever they were shooting. And it was like, it was fascinating. So like, I'm really excited to see it.
So tight. Did you ever see Gary Oldman walking around?
No, never did.
Wait, when I was shooting your show, that was the day Tom Cruise was walking around. Did you ever see him?
Yeah, Tom Cruise. He was shooting the new Top Gun movie.
Who's the most famous person you've seen just kind of walking around the studio while you were working?
That one? Or... Yeah. I haven't really seen any famous people at this one. On Paramount, I used to see... who's the lady who sat on the tank and told everyone that Vietnam sucked?
Wait, who's the lady that what?
Sat on the tank and told everyone that Vietnam sucked.
Jane Fonda.
Jane Fonda. Yeah, I saw Jane Fonda a whole bunch. And she was like really like good looking for being like 95 years old. And then
she's a badass. She used to get arrested all the time for protests and stuff like that.
And then I think I've told this on here before where it was like in my writer's room, like we were writing one day, and Martin Sheen, because they used to shoot Grace and Frankie next to me. So Martin Sheen was on that, and he like walked over and he was just looking at his own reflection in our window. And we're trying to write this stupid bit or something like that. And he just walks up and he can't, I guess the way the sun is, he can't see inside of it. So it's just a mirror. So he's just like right up against it. And we're like 3 feet away from him. And he has a foot-long sub. And he's just eating it. Staring at his own reflection in the window. And we're like,
God.
And I had to be like, well, let's just watch him eat because we're not going to write while this is happening. And like, you know.
That's amazing. That's fucking great.
We're getting to the end here.
All right. Deep Boys?
What if we didn't do a Deep Boys? Would that make the episode
That
suck?
might tank it. We
I
can
don't
skip.
think it would though, because we've already done great.
I know. We
done
had some
fantastic.
major hits tonight.
All right, let's do what is a Deep Boys. Any Louis C.K. stories? I don't have one.
I was in an elevator with him and his daughters, and it was one of those things where I was like, I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to make it weird with his kids, but God, I love this dude.
But I think the thing that got him in trouble, the night in question, not in question, but everyone's.
Well, there were multiple incidents. It wasn't like one night.
No, but the big one, the
The
one.
Aspen one?
Yes, I think was the year we were there.
Yeah, he was there. Yeah, I think
And
you're right.
I feel like I I don't know if I heard it that night, but I heard it shortly after, like it was going around.
You did? Oh, I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Huh. Yeah, what would be a good Deep Boys? I don't know, man. Hang on.
Says, Trevor, IMDb says you're 6'5". I think that's wrong. It is wrong. I'm 6'6". John Mulaney stories. Sorry, I just want stories. John Mulaney has always been a fantastic guy.
I love that guy.
Yeah. He's
Very
a great
nice dude.
Yeah.
I don't really have any stories. Oh, I do have one. You know, on his first stand-up album, he talks about going to the doctor and getting his ass checked. It's the bit where he's like, I'm sorry, when they like pull their finger out and he thinks he's shitting himself. Sam Brown is the one that sent him to that doctor.
Yeah, because that was the doctor Sam went to. It was this really like sketch doctor that Sam
Doctor.
No, it was like a sketchy.
Yeah.
It was, what was that place called? It was on 14th Street.
I have no idea.
I would go there too. Like it was like,
But it had the
was,
Batman guy that John talks about in the bit.
It was like if you didn't have health insurance, they just take like clumps of cash that you could like give them, like, kind of thing. And like, but Sam recommended that to Mulaney, and Mulaney was like, yeah, I got my ass fingered.
That was funny.
I remember Mulaney had, we were doing, what was that? Comics in New York. That club.
Mm-hmm.
Greatest fucking club that like showed up in New York and just paid people. It actually gave them like
too
real
much money. Like they didn't have a good business model and they went bankrupt
immediately.
Yeah.
Like, but like it was a great year. Like where like you could actually go play a comedy club and make a good amount of money. And we were playing there one night and Mulaney was on as well. And he did this joke, which I think about this joke all the time. It's one of my favorite jokes. It's not even the way I'm going to say it isn't even really a joke. It was just an observation where he was like, when pirates like fill their chests with gold, they always fill it up too much. He's like, I've never seen a pirate where it's not overfilling. Like they don't know what a chest can contain. And I just thought that was the funniest thing. Like,
that's a good one. Hang on. Somebody says, so Timmy, okay, Parataran, I'm going to read that later. But Timmy answered a question that somebody asked him on stream that could be a good Deep Boys trigger. It said, what advice would you give your younger whitest kids? Like, so if you go back to 2003, I guess, when we were getting serious about doing Whitest Kids, 3 years before we had our TV show. Mm-hmm. And let's say we could sit down, all five of us. What would you say? What would you say to us?
Honestly, I wouldn't say a thing.
Really?
Yeah, because I wouldn't want to. I like how things are. I wouldn't want to change things. Maybe that's that Back to the Future like thing about like, the moral of Back to the Future was if you fuck your mom, you might not exist. Isn't that what it
I like to think
down?
of all these Hollywood pitched boardrooms. That's how that's part of the themes are don't fuck your mom. Okay.
Don't fuck your mom.
Yeah, sure.
Or you'll not happen. But yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, or if we're taking out the Back to the Future disappearing, changing things, just advice you would give to your younger self?
Let's say this. Big Etch-a-Sketch, right? We shake the whole world so that like the future is not going to work the way it did. It's just like we just scramble everything, but it's still the five of us in New York City at that time. So you can't say like, hey, don't go here. Like I couldn't say like, don't make Miss March, because that opportunity is not going to come in this universe. But we are going to like write sketches and go and perform and all that. And hopefully maybe get a TV show.
Okay.
The thing is, we had a really good work ethic. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I couldn't say like write all the time, because we wrote all the time. You know, like we wrote and did a new show every week. That's about as aggressive as you could ask a sketch group to be.
Yeah,
we were always very aggressive.
I guess I would say try not to worry so much. Like,
but did that worry light a fire under our? If we hadn't worried so much, would we have done what we did?
I don't know. I think there's a better ratio than I did. You know, like I mean,
what were you worried about?
I just like I just didn't know how I was going to like. I mean, I had zero money, you know, and I was living in a very expensive city, and I was making it work month to month. But I was so like terrified, you know, constantly, you know, kind
of going broke,
of like, yeah, of like what's gonna happen. Like, you know, I was very afraid of being like a homeless person, you know, kind of thing. I was like, this is, I mean, like I'm $180 away from this, you know, kind of thing, like, you know, kind of thing, and that's valid. I mean, a lot of people, like most people, live in that. You know, kind of thing. Like it's valid, but I mean, I guess I would just say like, I think, and this is kind of bullshit because like, I'm happy with where I am right now, but like, even if I wasn't, I think that you end up not enjoying your youth or your life if you focus too much on
career,
fear about the future. Yeah. And so like, even if it's not going to work out, there's joy to be found in the trip, you know, kind of thing. And I don't think I got any of that, you know?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It makes total sense. I think I suffered from the exact same thing. I feel like that's just like wired. I want to say that's like what people in their 20s do, but I don't know if that's true. I feel like I don't know. Do you feel like you have less of that now?
No.
Really?
That's the fucked up thing. Yeah.
Are you still in that? Do you still stress about like what's going to happen? I feel like we talk about this every Deep Boys, but it's still like this impenetrable topic that's like, I don't know if we'll ever really get to the bottom of. But
I still do. Like, you know, like there's, you know, people in my life now are basically like, you're insane, you know, kind of thing. But I still worry about this all the time. Like, it's like, I think it's just you can't figure out what makes you tick, really. That's why it's kind of why, I mean, like therapy is great, but therapy is sort of never going to fix you because like, you know, like everything that makes you is ingrained before you can even, your brain is evolved enough to actually even like record memories. So you don't even know the instances that set you on whatever path.
I think that's true to a degree. I think that there are definitely parts of yourself that therapy can be greatly effective on. You know, like for example, a trauma or a way of thinking that's not serving you. You can identify through therapy and make corrections that have a legitimate effect on how you think and your well-being and your behavior going forwards. I think that's really, really true. Also, I don't know if you're familiar with EMDR, but like there's those sorts of therapies. Like, do you know about EMDR? I did it for a long time. Do you know about this?
Electronic music
What's
for
that?
doctors? Electronic music for doctors?
Yeah, exactly. it's this weird therapy where like the way I did it, and there's different ways to do it, and it sounds like a Scientology sort of a thing, but it's not. Is like you hold these two gadgets and they pulse alternately. So you're stimulating both hemispheres of your body, and for whatever reason. And by the way, this is like scientifically proven. Like, in fact, the veterans, the VA, they pay for this for traumatized people with like PTSD and stuff like that from war. It's like you hold this and you do like a therapy where you like close your eyes and you go back in time on like a certain issue or something that's bothering you, and you talk it through. And the stimulation, it allows your brain to literally like soften the circuitry. You can like rewire specific trauma that you're focusing on.
Sounds like hogwash.
It's not. It's really not. Like it's not Thetans and shit like that. It's not Scientology. It is. I'd encourage anyone to look into it. There's been like major. It's major results from this stuff. Anyway, it helped me in my past. I don't do it anymore, but
You did it. You did the electric.
Yeah, I did it. Yeah, people do tapping. There's like in its most rudimentary form, it's just like tap on your knees while you're doing this. It's weird, but it does help. Anyway, but take that out of it. I kind of wish I hadn't just gone into that. But therapy, like there's tremendous value of talking through your anxieties with somebody who's like trained in helping you. Like I feel like that's what makes all of these cults work in the beginning, is because like they all start with kind of the same thing. Is like someone just you get to unburden yourself and be completely vulnerable, and like kind of like all of these little secrets and shames that you have, you get to just kind of put out there, and someone else says like, dude, it's not that big of a deal. And it's like you feel so much better. And like I feel like these cults start with that, and then they like rope you in, and you're like you've already taken the bait. But like just good old therapy. I feel like I'm kind of ranting.
No, I get it. Part of me just feels like like nature's like, well, this is the vessel or the vehicle that we've given you, so I'll just like fly it into the building. just go until it runs out of things.
I mean, I don't think it works. That's very fatalistic, but I think that you have more control over your mind than you do.
What would be yours that you would say to your younger, whitest good self?
Well, the tough thing is, it's not even anything I'd say. It's that I don't know that me then is capable of receiving it. You know, I think it would maybe be a lot of pearls before swine sort of a stuff. Especially if I can't give like specific things like, hey, don't go here and do this. You know, so if it's more just like a philosophical advice. You know, I would be like, there's no big deals, dude. Like, not like whatever you think is a crisis is not a crisis. You know,
right?
Like, nothing matters as much as you think it matters. And like, I would say, believe in yourself more. Like because I was also terrified of being homeless, you know, and being like completely destitute. Like I was always just like you. I was just so broke, and I didn't like if I lost that job at Imagination before we got the TV show. Like I have no idea what I would have done. You know, right. I would have gone to try and be a bartender. Hopefully, I would have gotten a job. I don't know. It was terrifying. But I would just.
Well, that's interesting. What you go ahead.
I would just say, like, you are smart enough and capable enough. You're going to land on your feet. You know, if you lose your job, you're not going to die, dude. You're going to figure it out. So, like, don't stress so much about that. Which I guess is your answer.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
No, I mean, no, I was going to say, but it's interesting. Like, you know. You were saying about like what I would. Well, no. I mean, yeah, we both basically have the same answer, kind of thing, which is good.
What were you gonna say? I could tell in your last sentence that there was a specific you were gonna reference.
No, not really.
All right,
not really. So that was our Deep Boys.
That was not our best Deep Boys. I guess we kind of did.
We fucked up.
I guess we kind of did fuck up, and in a sense, we succeeded.
We never miss.
Yeah.
Never have, never will.
Yeah, never will.
Someone says it's because you forced it. Yeah, that's what we did. It was all planned. Like this was not a great one.
It was a good Newsboyz with a bad Deep Boys at the end.
Next week's is going to be fantastic.
What's that?
Next week's is going to be fantastic, though.
Yeah.
Because we're getting into the Christmas, like, season.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be singing a lot of carols.
Oh yeah.
We should do our Christmas show next week.
Just get it out of our system.
Yeah.
It's all Christmas, baby.
Well, let's be a couple weeks ahead, and we'll do Christmas next week, and then the week after that, let's do our New Year's show.
Okay, good. All right. Dude, at Ryan, you know how Ryan used to have this big New Year's party on in Maryland, like at his do you ever go to Ryan's Maryland house that his mom?
No, never, ever.
God,
he was your friend.
I know.
I didn't I became friends with Ryan at your bachelor party.
That was the first time you guys ever really hung?
Yeah, kind of.
Because he said the same thing to me. He called me and was like, dude, Trevor's awesome. I was like, yeah, no shit. He's like, we got to hang out more, man. I was like, yeah.
Never really hung out with him until that. Yeah.
Okay. By the way, that was so my bachelor party, because I'm so vanilla now. We went to a casino. We went to Palm Springs, rented a house. Me and like 9 of my buddies. We went to a casino and everyone won. Everyone won, which is nuts. And then we went back and everyone got wasted except me, and we all played You Don't Know Jack for like 3 hours late in the night. And it was like the funniest. Like, I think I was sobbing laughing. I think everyone was. It was like I haven't laughed that hard in years from just playing Jackbox. But we could never do it on stream because it was like so over the line. Like that
Very
t-shirt game where it's just like, I remember one of the shirts that we made was like, the image was like Jesus on a cross, and it just said in red letters above it said rapist. And I remember that, like, we ordered that shirt. I think Sam has that shirt. Just, it's fucking fantastic.
I remember Sam and I got there late, and we were driving up from LA.
Uh-huh.
And like, for some reason we thought it'd be funny. We were like, we'll play the Entourage song, like, when we show up to this casino, because it was in Palm Springs. It was like a Palm Springs casino. So we drove up, cranked it, had the like windows down, and we're like, oh yeah, like, because we're like laughing and everything. And we drove, oh yeah, and we get out, and everybody, like, all the people were like, your car, and it was like, oh, people do this every night. It was this realization. I was like, that's a hack joke. Yeah.
I don't think that people do that every night. In fact, I would bet you guys were the first people ever to pull up to that casino blasting that song. Come on.
I don't think so.
All right. Oh, yeah. My mind has been disabled. Yeah, which casino was it? I don't know which one it was. It might have been Agua Caliente. I don't know.
I went bowling because I don't gamble.
Right. You never gamble?
No, I gamble, but I don't find any joy in it. Like, I don't care. Like, wow. So I was like, there's a bowling alley at this. And I was like, I'll go bowling, which also I don't care. I don't like. So I was just like I was bored at the casino. Like, I was like bowling, and I'd check with Sam. He's like, everyone's still having fun? Yeah. And I'd bowl by myself also. So it's like, what the fuck, why bowl by yourself? And, but I had fun when we went back. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a good time. All right, man. I guess we did it. I think we're doing this an hour earlier. So usually we would wrap at 10, but I feel like 2 hours is good.
This is the worst it's ever going to be.
Yeah. Yeah. Did all the whitest kids go to the bachelor party? No, it was just Trevor and Sam, because Darren and Timmy live on the other side of the country, and it was like a last minute thing. It was very cash.
It was a great bachelor party. It was
awesome. It ruled. Darren had the wildest bachelor party that you missed, but it was like just mountains of cocaine and strippers in Montreal, which was ridiculous.
My bachelor party you didn't go to.
Yeah, I was on the East Coast, I guess.
Yeah, and it was very small, but it was. Have I told you this?
You guys shot up a hotel room, right?
We shot up a hotel room. Yeah. We went out to the desert, and we who's the guy, Graham Parsons? We got the hotel where Graham Parsons died. Uh-huh. And we might have even gotten a room, I don't know. And I brought like I brought like 8 paintball guns. and a ton of paintballs and stuff. And so it was like, we're just gonna get like wasted, and we're gonna go off in the desert, and just like shoot at each other, like, kind of thing. And then we got this thing where everyone's drinking. So then we made a mask for somebody, and they had to stand like still against a pole, and we put a phone in their mask that would record the audio, and it would send it to like
That's
a blog.
awesome.
And so then we'd all do a firing squad and shoot everybody.
And just
so
listen to them be like,
oh God, oh God. And so then we started drinking out in the desert and like with all these guns and stuff. And then we started like, eventually we went home to the hotel, but we kept playing inside the hotel.
Were you guys just so drunk?
Yes. And we're just shooting at each other in the hotel room, like paintball guns and stuff like that. And like hiding in the bathroom and shooting and stuff like that. We destroyed the place. Like it was a fucking wreck. And we woke up and we're like, we got to go. And so we got in the car and we drove.
Was it like, how destroyed are we talking? Like, what did it look like?
We fucked it up.
Now, did the paintballs puncture the drywall, or was it just splats everywhere?
I don't know. Like when I saw it, I was like, we got to go. Like, it wasn't like I inspected it. Like it was just like, this room, we can't fix this, and this is.
There was no part of you that was like, we got to everybody clean.
No, it was like, this is beyond that. So we all got we all got in the cars.
This is amazing.
We took off and we're driving, and I'm in Sam's car, and I'm like, oh God. And then Sam gets a call, and they're like,
is it his card? He rented the rooms.
They're like, we're alerting the police. Like, it's a felony, like all this stuff like that. And it was at a huge amount of money that we had to pay. And Sam,
it's a felony.
That's what they said. And Sam was like, we'll pay it. And then I tried to chip in. He was like, no, it's your bachelor party. Wow. And like everyone that was there chipped in and paid for like the felony.
What was the bill?
It was thousands. Like like we destroyed the place. Like,
oh my God.
But he wouldn't let me pay for it.
Wow. It's like that time where he was barfing in my bathroom and you wouldn't let me in to berate him. You're like, no, you can't go in.
It's all karma. It all comes around.
Oh, you know what I forgot to tell as the end of that story is after Sam puked all over my floor, he went and passed out on my couch. And I was in there cleaning his vomit because my roommates were mad at me. And I remember I went up to him and I was like, I just hope you're happy, you fuck. I just cleaned. What? Why'd you make that face?
Me?
Yeah, is it Amy or Augie in there? You're like looking after.
Yeah, no. Amy had my vape thing, and I wanted to take it.
I was like, "Oh, you're happy, you fuck! I just fucking cleaned up your puke." And he was like passed on the couch, and he opened his eyes and looked at me and just goes like, which in retrospect is badass.
That's so cool.
I know.
That's the Sam Brown I love.
But I was so pissed, dude. I was like, "Fuck you! No, fuck you!" It was like a whole thing. Oh my God.
That's so funny.
And then Timmy's bachelor party, that was a shit show.
Yeah.
We've talked about that already. Wow.
All right,
dude.
Guys,
rock and roll.
I think we did.
All right, buddy. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, dude.
Love you, dude.
Great job. Love you.
We did it. Peace.
Bye. I don't think we fucked up, though. This was great.
Yeah, we didn't fuck up.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to end. Wait, we got to raid somebody. Chat, who do we want to raid? I don't know. I'll raid whoever you guys say. Ron Bunches. I don't know if he's on.
Can we raid ourselves?
Right. Somebody says, raid my friend. Dude, that's such a useless thing to say.
Thomas Middleditch.
We could raid Middleditch.
We know him.
Yeah, we know that guy.
Oh, Ron Funches. Funches is up. Let's do Funches.
Yeah? All right. Let's do Funches.
Yeah,
I like that.
He's a good guy.
Cool.
Let me in a bit.
Hang on. There he is. Oop. Starting the raid. Hang on, dudes. Oh, I don't want it to do the whole fucking hard drive. Everyone looks at all my shit. All right, y'alls. Thanks for hanging out. See you tomorrow for Self-Sex Saturday. Peace.
do